Hello, welcome to Mindful Musings. I'm Deedee, your host. Today is Monday, February 16th. Just thought I'd do a quick check-in, pop in, see how you're doing, see if my beloved spirit team has any kind of messaging, guidance, whatever, to convey at this time. But again, just wanted to check in with you. Had a lovely day yesterday, very full, and I need to get grounded here. Whoa! Anyway, yeah. It was a wonderful day because, I was able to see a client in the morning, do a sound bath, and then my retail thing, and then it had a extraordinary sound bath in the evening over at Energy Within. So if any of you who were there are watching this, thank you so much for a very special evening. That did my heart good to be able to facilitate a sound bath. And because that being said, when you're in the energy of it, it's just like, wow, yeah. It's usually it catches up to me the next day or so, where because anytime you're facilitating an event or facilitating something, you hold space and you hold an energy. And oftentimes for me, my experience is that the next day, the body's a little tired, just, feeling wonderful and all that, yet just needing to be extra tender, extra gentle, and not push. So that's kind of where I am right now. But I thought it would be safe to go ahead and do a video, see if there's any information that comes forward. Whoops, want to sneeze. Instead, I'll hydrate. Super important that you stay hydrated, my dears. And stay gentle. What was it being termed this morning? I watched Mel Lawson and Osiris was terming it the Great Unraveling is taking place. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Whether it's on an individual level or the very collective level, and we can witness both. This would be the last day of the wood snake, the cycle, and starting the new cycle of the fire horse tomorrow. So just be gentle with yourself, and again, be willing to further release that which no longer serves you. And that can take the form of looking like an unraveling. And allow it. Don't resist. The shaking of my head was don't resist. Resistance creates like almost a block in the energy, a wall. At this time, it doesn't serve to resist change, because that resistance is telling the universe that you don't trust what it's doing. And we mere mortals on this 3D planet really don't have a clue as to what the greater picture is. And it does require us to trust that what is unraveling, that the truths that are being revealed are all meant to be revealed and are all for a greater good. It may not feel like it at this time. It may not look like it on our 3D level of perception, but when we raise our vibration, lift ourselves up into a higher consciousness, It is all playing out for the greater good. And that's where we have to keep trusting and don't stand in the way of it. Well, we can't. We can maybe slow it down a little bit, but why would we at this time? If we know that what is playing out is for a greater good, for the unraveling, for the clearing. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is happening, and do please keep trusting that it is all leading to something greater that will better serve the higher good, the higher consciousness. And that what we are being called to do is to, broken record, stay grounded. Come to that place of neutrality, compassionate neutrality, sacred witnessing, and allow what is to transpire. That does not mean that we are condoning any action. No, of course not. But it does mean that we are placing our sovereignty, our ability to be the calm during the storm. That is a priority. Because when we are in our coherent state, we know what constitutes right action. We will be led and guided to right action if there is an action we are to take. Otherwise, we're reacting from a place of imbalance and outrage and fear, and that is simply feeding that energy. We again want to come back into a place of coherence, and then the action will be clear. And then that action is not further fueling the fire of againstness, of anger, of destruction for the sake of creating separation. Coming from a place of coherence, neutrality, sovereignty, allows us to respond in a way that supports a greater good. I'm a broken record on this, but, and whatever you want to say, it's really essential for us light workers, us way showers, to be calm. I like that. The words I hate were be calm and ascend on. Keep the evolution moving forward through your coherence. I was reading something yesterday which really struck a chord in me. I want to read further, but the gist of it, and again, if I may read further and explore it more, I love Eileen McKusick with biofield tuning. She's just wonderful. She's one of those scary, smart, scientific, she's just always the synapse. She's always putting things together, and she puts it together in a very scientific way, no nonsense way, which is one of her charms, and I love that. What she was observing and hypothesizing, that what if this whole thing that we have labeled ascension is really about regaining coherence. And again, it's not a hierarchical thing, because when we start talking about ascension and spirituality, which that's me, there can be a very human tendency to want to make it hierarchical. I don't know, is that a word? Anyway, to better than, less than, superior, inferior. That's just a human egoic tendency that we sometimes will go to. And what Eileen was bringing up was that it is perhaps merely that we are rediscovering, remembering how to be coherent. Which, hello, I mean, that's what I'm talking about all the time, and so are so many other people, that it is about allowing our nervous system to readjust to a place of coherence, rather than the perpetual overwhelm, fight or flight, external, that 3D denser energies has conditioned us to. We've lost sight and feeling of what it is like to be coherent. And when we are in a place of calm, nervous system has calmed down, calmed into a place of peace and calm, then yes, we can tap into our intuition, into that place of coherence where we discern what is right action. So if there are any of you or anybody in your friend circle who are a little like, skeptical about all this ascension and, it's a little too woo-woo, it's science. We can break it down into the place of science and brainwaves and coming to a place of coherence. I don't know, just tossing that out there, because it's a different language. That's what just came in. It's being able to communicate on a different level, on a different language, for those who are more comfortable in the science of it, thinking of it as coherence. And then there are those of us who are very comfortable speaking of it in terms of ascension, enlightenment, evolution, higher consciousness. Different words, different labels, perhaps, of the same thing, which is returning to a state of coherence where we are fully aligned and back in touch with our intuition and our connection, our telepathy, our original organic way of being. That through the millennia, society has squelched, because when we are in our natural state of coherence, we are powerful and we are not easily manipulated or controlled. So the word behooved, it behooved the elite, or those who deemed themselves in control to establish systems, chaos, distractions that would distract us from our coherent way of being and of living. Because the more that we were knocked off center, the easier it was for them to implement systems of control and of suppression. And it's just like the circus elephant who has the shackle of, I don't remember how it gets conditioned, but there's a weight. And so that beloved little elephant learns that this weight that they cannot move when that shackle is in place. And gradually the weight can be removed, but the elephant still stays in its place because it believes, it has been conditioned to believe that it cannot be free. It's kind of how we've evolved through the denser energies of believing that we are not free. We have been conditioned, and all the systems that will be further revealed to us that have all been put in place to keep us subservient, enslaved to an economic system that does not serve the greater good, to an educational system now that no longer serves a greater good, but it serves the elite few. That will all be revealed, and it will be all unraveled, dismantled, so that new systems that are built from a state of coherence and for a greater good will be built, will be created. The dismantling, the unraveling is not pleasant, but it is necessary, and that is what is transpiring now and for the next however many years it takes. It's not going to happen all at once. That would be too shocking. That would be too destabilizing if it were all to happen at once. It's just destabilizing enough, huh? Gotta find the humor. You gotta find the humor, or at least I do, because we have a tendency to take ourselves extraordinarily seriously, and that whole seriousness, that needing to figure things out, all of that, that's, it can lead to a big headache, and it also can lower the vibration. Keep it light. Keep the humor, the levity, the creativity, the joy. Those are all higher vibration. It's creation. It's inspiration, which is in spirit. That is from what we will create from the higher perspective, the higher mind partnered with the heart. But in the meantime, we have to take care of ourselves. And the best way of doing that, of course, is being grounded, being out in nature, staying hydrated, taking care of your body, move your body, stay created, surround yourself with beauty and that which brings you joy. Fill your heart with gratitude. Start your day with gratitude and Acknowledge what is around you, that which you love, that which brings you joy. And make sure that you are taking time out throughout the day to just breathe. It doesn't have to be a whole long ritual ceremony taking half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour to sit and meditate. No. 30 seconds to just focus on your breath, to focus on gratitude, to remind yourself of the beauty that brings you back into a state of sovereignty, of coherence, being grounded, go hugging the tree. It does not have to be a long, involved process. 15, 30 seconds throughout the day to just realign yourself so that your decisions are ones that are made from a place of sovereignty and coherence and balance. So you make choices that serve rather than reactions. Everything is a choice in terms of how you perceive and how you either react or respond. Keep choosing the love over the fear. Keep choosing the unity over the separateness. And keep choosing the calm over the chaos. Yes, you can stay informed as much as you want to stay informed. Yet bring yourself back to that place of calm. And from that place, you respond. You're not sticking your head in the sand. You're not being naive. You're actually being quite practical. It's highly more efficient to make decisions and choices from a place of integrity, of unity, of coherence. Okay, let's see if Spirit Team wants to talk, communicate anything more through the, what are they called? Oracle cards. For the highest and greatest good of all concerned. Let's see who wants to talk. Wisdom of Avalon. Okay. So, yes, this is Wisdom of Avalon, Colette Baron Reed, and let's see what further information there may be. If you are enjoying this video or liking my videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And check the links below. If you are in the Kansas City area, got Sound Bowl Wednesdays and then Sound Bowl Fridays at noon at inspirepilates.com or inspirepilateskc.com, and then other classes, meditation and the somatic rest and flow at Energy Within on Thursday, 2 Thursdays a month, and then different sound bowls. So anyway, lots going on. And also, should you feel an urge, there is a link where you can donate and support this channel. It's the Buy Me a Coffee. So anyway, whoa, what's just happened through? Let's see. Well, we'll do that one. Okay, so okay, well, let's see. That's interesting. I'll just show you what it is. The king, man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to the law and justice. Well, collectively I go, justice will prevail. Justice is prevailing, and the patriarchy that has been in power for a long, long time is coming into balance. I'll put it that way, because the corruption and male only form of existence is being unraveled and is being dismantled to make way for the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, where the king and the queen in partnership that is just very interesting. It's all unraveling. It's all coming to the light of day. There will be cause for great celebration at the coronation of the Queen. Being beside and working in partnership with the King. All in balance. I'm going to sit with that for a little while longer, see, because what also dropped out was wow, this seems to really be a message for the collective and what is being dismantled right now, because the ones that came up, fear and protection. Whoa, and I look down and there's death. Hello. All right. Well, I know where I want to take this, but I don't know if that's exactly where, you know. I told you my team likes to giggle with me through songs, so the words that came in were ding dong, the witch is dead, witch old witch, the wicked witch. The great unraveling is occurring, and it is a death of the old. It is a death of the patriarchy, toxic masculine as we have known it to be. And know that there is a great deal of fear. And our protection is by disengaging, and is by coming into our sovereign place of being, of calm, of discernment, of coherence, because there's all of this stuff just flailing about out, and it's about us trusting that all of this is supposed to be taking place, and that it is nothing to fear. To do not go into the fear, and know that we are divinely protected on this road, on this journey of ascension, of coherence, whatever you want to label it, but please do not go into fear. And there is going to be a tremendous amount of fear-mongering, even greater than what we've experienced. This is where being of sovereignty, of coherence, where you have to use your discernment. Otherwise, you're going to go into the fear and get lost. Come back to sovereignty. Come back to calm. Come back to your ability to discern what is false and what is true and what resonates as truth. Because what is being revealed is going to be side by side. Truth, false, truth, false, truth, false. And it is meant to confuse us. It is meant to destabilize us, to get us into a place of chaos and fear so that we give up and allow the external forces to regain control. Guess what? We're not going to do that. We've come too far. There's too many of us who have chosen and who are practicing being in the light, being sovereign and discerning. But just know that there's a large number who have not yet, and they are going to go into absolute fear. We have to hold the light. We don't have to. We choose to. Of course, we choose to. But it is up to us to hold that light and to hold that balance. And there's a good chance there's just a whole lot more coming up. And it is so important for us to remember, to keep reminding ourselves in the midst of all of that, that it is all happening for a greater good. And if you find yourself going into the fear, to the anxiety, acknowledge it. It's fine. We all do that. But then come back. Utilize your tools. Do that 30 seconds of breathing to bring yourself back into your body, to bring yourself back into the now. For the only place that exists is now. It's the eternal now, and we are safe. We are protected. We are guided in the sacred now. I think I'm going to leave it there. Just a lot going on. But remember, we can only control ourselves and how we respond or react. Choose love. Please keep choosing love. Don't feed the fear. Don't feed the chaos. And because when you give your attention to it, you are feeding it. Choose to feed peace, sovereignty, and humanity's progression. Keep choosing love over fear, calm over chaos, unity over separateness. The light has won. Love always wins. Keep remembering that amidst all of this, that we are protected. Nothing, there is no death. It could be a death of the way of what used to be, but we're all energy, and energy just changes form. The death of one thing leads to the birth of another, of the energy changing form into something new, something that is for the collective good, the greater good of all of us. Keep the faith. Allow yourself to have your emotions, of course, and express it. Seek support, journal, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Always come back to self and remember what you are grateful for and the joy and the love. That is where we're going. And we can experience right here, right now, the present moment, all the love and the joy, the protection and sovereignty, walking in coherence along this path. The light in me recognizes the light in you, and so it is. Namaste.